Greetings, my dear friends. This is SoulWeaver. Today I want to talk about something that has no form but permeates everything. Something you cannot touch but can feel with your entire body. Something that unites mathematics and mysticism, science and faith, heaven and earth. About music. What is music? Scientists will say it is vibrations in the air at specific frequencies, organized sounds. Vibrations that enter the ear are converted into electrical signals and are interpreted by the brain. Simple, materialistic. But then why can the same sequence of vibrations make a person cry or dance, remember the past or dream of the future, feel love or despair? Why can a vibration heal? Why can a vibration harm? Why is vibration a language understood by all people on Earth, regardless of age, culture, or education? Even animals understand music. Even plants react to it. Let us start at the very beginning, with the most ancient sound, with the sound of Om. Om is not just a syllable. It is not just a mantra. It is, according to Indian sages, the sound from which the universe emerged. In the beginning was the Word, says the Bible. In the beginning was Om, say the Vedas. This sound contains all other sounds. It is their source and their sum. When you chant Om, you create a vibration at 136.1 hertz. Scientists have discovered that this frequency corresponds to the rotation of the Earth around its axis. And not only the Earth, the movement of planets, stars, galaxies, all of it creates vibrations. And the fundamental one is the same frequency found in Om. Coincidence? Perhaps. In Hinduism and Buddhism, it is believed that the sound of Om is reality itself. It does not merely describe the universe, it creates it. When a sage enters deep meditation, they hear Om within themselves, not chanting, not repeating, hearing, as the background vibration of all existence, as the pulse of the cosmos. In the 1980s, scientists recorded the sound emitted by a black hole at the center of the Perseus galaxy. Its frequency is B-flat, but that note is 57 octaves below what the human ear can hear. It is the lowest sound in the universe, and it plays constantly. Astronomers call this the sound of the cosmos. Indian sages would call it Om. In quantum physics, there is the famous double-slit experiment. An electron passes through two slits simultaneously, behaving like a wave. But the moment we observe it, it becomes a particle. The observer's choice determines the behavior of matter. Music is also a wave. Perhaps when we listen to music, we are not merely perceiving sound, we are observing. And our observation transforms vibrations into emotions, images, memories. In 2010, a group of scientists at the University of California conducted an experiment. They played different types of music to plants. Those that listened to classical music grew healthier than those that listened to heavy metal. Plants that listened to the sound of Om showed accelerated growth and brighter coloration. Critics say the experiment was not rigorous, but I ask, if plants react to music, what about humans? In Japan, another experiment was conducted. Dr. Masaru Emoto froze water after exposing it to different words and different music. Water crystals that heard classical music or kind words formed beautiful symmetrical patterns. Water crystals that heard heavy metal or harsh words were shapeless and ugly. Our bodies are 70% water. What does the music we listen to do to us? This is why music has always been given great importance in different religions. In Hinduism, there is an entire science of sound, Nada Yoga, the yoga of sound. It is believed that proper vibrations purify the nadis, energy channels, and raise the kundalini. Here, music is not entertainment. It is practice. It is a tool for transformation. In Buddhism, mantras are sound vibrations that protect the mind. Mantras do not have meaning in the ordinary sense. They are keys. They tune consciousness to a specific frequency. The most famous mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum, is repeated by millions of people every day, and each of them tunes into the same frequency. In Christianity, Gregorian chants. Their singing in cathedrals creates a unique acoustics. Stone vaults reflect sound so that it lingers for several seconds. These chants were not created for beauty. They were created to lift the consciousness of worshippers above the everyday, to plunge into a trance, to open the door to God. In Islam, the Adhan, the call to prayer. Its distinctive chanting resonates over cities, mathematically precise intervals, specific frequencies, the voice of the muezzin calling to the oneness of God. Hearing the Adhan, the believer tunes into prayer. In Sikhism, kirtan, the singing of sacred hymns accompanied by music. It is believed that through sound, a person connects with the divine. In Sufism, the whirling of dervishes accompanied by music. They spin to the sounds of the flute and drum, entering ecstasy. Here, music is a guide. It leads where the mind cannot go. In Judaism, the shofar, the ram's horn. Its sound is not music in the usual sense. It is a signal. It awakens. It calls to awakening. And every year on Yom Kippur, the shofar sounds around the world, and millions of people hear the same sound. All religions use music. All religions know that sound is power. Power that can change consciousness, heal the body, open the soul. But why does this work? What is it about vibrations? In 2015, Dutch scientists conducted a study. They played different types of music to people and scanned their brains. Classical music activated areas associated with joy and memory. Heavy metal activated areas associated with aggression and fear. Meditative music activated areas associated with peace and happiness. Music does not just change your mood, it changes your brain chemistry. Hormones are released: dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, or cortisol, adrenaline. The choice is yours. Music heals. People with Parkinson's disease are known to benefit from music with a clear rhythm. It synchronizes movements. It returns control over the body. Alzheimer's. People who no longer recognize their loved ones can recognize a melody from their youth. It breaks through damaged neural connections. It returns identity. In hospitals, lullabies are played for premature infants. The babies calm down, gain weight faster, and develop better. The sound of the mother's heartbeat in the womb, that is the first rhythm a person hears. That is our first music. In ancient times, Pythagoras used music to heal. He knew that specific modes and frequencies affect different organs. One mode for the liver, another for the heart, a third for the lungs. He taught his students music as medicine. This tradition was lost in the West, but preserved in the East. An Indian raga, for example, is intended for a specific time of day and a specific mood. There is a morning raga, an evening raga, a rain raga, a love raga. There is a raga that is said to be able to kindle fire, In 2019, researchers at McGill University described that music triggers the release of dopamine in the same brain areas as food, sex, and drugs. But without the side effects, for free, always available. Why do we not use this consciously? Because we have forgotten. We have turned music into background noise, into a commodity. We listen to playlists without really listening. We hit next track without finishing the song. We have lost the ritual. In ancient times, music was listened to differently, in silence, in concentration, as meditation, as prayer. The acoustics of ancient temples were no accident. Cathedrals, stupas, mosques, synagogues were built so that sound would linger for several seconds. Architects knew. Proper acoustics tune the mind to proper vibrations. Not the priest's voice, not the words of the prayer, the sound itself. Stone, arranged in a particular way, reflects sound so that it does not fade but amplifies. You stand in a cathedral, and the sound of the organ passes through you. You do not hear it with your ears, you feel it in your bones. In 2005, scientists at the University of California studied the effect of music on the autonomic nervous system. Slow music with low frequencies slowed the heartbeat, lowered blood pressure, relaxed muscles. Fast music did the opposite. But not all fast music. Only that whose rhythm matches the natural rhythm of the human body. Our heart beats at about 60 to 80 beats per minute. Music at 60 to 80 beats per minute synchronizes with it. We become one with the music. We become music. In 2016, researchers in Finland proved that the music we listen to as teenagers stays with us for life. Even with memory loss, those melodies resurface. They become part of us. They shape our identity. In the film Whiplash, the protagonist says, "There are no two words in the English language more harmful than good job." He teaches that music is struggle, with yourself, with your instrument, with silence. Perhaps he is right. Perhaps music is not only harmony but also dissonance. Without tension, there is no development. Without struggle, there is no victory. In jazz, musicians play wrong notes, and those mistakes create new harmony. So too in life. Mistakes are not always mistakes. They can be modulations to a different key, transitions to a new level. In 2009, scientists at Stanford discovered that music activates brain areas responsible for attention and memory faster than any other stimulus. If you want to remember something, set it to music.
Poems are easier to remember than prose. Songs are easier than poems. Advertising uses this. Politicians use this. Schools use this. We use this every day without noticing. Elon Musk once said in an interview that he imagines the universe as a single note, one infinite note that lasts forever. The universe is a vibration. Everything in it vibrates. Atoms, molecules, cells, planets, stars, everything is in motion. Everything sounds. In Tibetan Buddhism, there is the practice of the singing bowl. The sound of the bowl immerses you in meditation. It erases the boundaries between body and space. You do not hear the bowl, you become the bowl. In Australian Aboriginal culture, there is the didgeridoo. It is not just an instrument, it is the voice of the earth. Its sound resembles the hum of the earth. Aboriginal people believe the didgeridoo connects them with their ancestors. In Indian music, there are shruti, micro-intervals that cannot be written in notes. They can only be heard and felt. Western music uses 12 notes.
Indian music uses 22. In each note, shades. In each shade, a world. In the 1970s, psychologist Alfred Tomatis discovered that the ear not only hears, but also charges the brain with electricity. Sounds of certain frequencies stimulate neurons. Mozart's music, it turns out, is especially effective. The Mozart effect is not a myth. Children who listen to Mozart perform better on spatial reasoning tests. Rats who listen to Mozart find their way out of mazes faster. What are you listening to? In 2014, scientists at Imperial College London discovered that music can affect another person's heart rate at a distance. If two people listen to the same music, their hearts synchronize, even if they are in different rooms. Music creates an invisible connection. In Japanese culture, there is the koto, a traditional instrument. Its sound is compared to the murmur of water. In Chinese culture, the guqin, its sound is compared to the voice of a dragon. In African culture, drums were used to transmit messages over dozens of miles. Rhythm spoke, rhythm warned, rhythm united tribes. In European culture, bells marked the time, called to service, warned of fires and invasions. Bell ringing is not a signal, it is a dialogue between heaven and earth. I think that music is not just art, it is not just science, it is not just therapy, it is a voice, the voice of something greater than us, the universe, God, higher consciousness, call it what you will. Consider this, we did not invent music, we discovered it. It existed before us. Birds sang millions of years ago. Whales called to each other in the ocean. The wind created sounds in caves. We simply learned to imitate, then to understand, then to create. But everything we created already existed in nature. We did not invent C major, we found it, just as we found gravity, just as we found the golden ratio. When you listen to music that makes you cry, who is speaking to you? The notes? The orchestra? The composer who died 200 years ago? Or something that uses notes as letters, melody as sentences, and harmony as a dialogue? What if music is the most direct channel of communication with the source, without words, without images, without distortion? Pure vibration, pure meaning. In Sufism, it is said that God created the world because He wanted to be seen. But perhaps He created the world because He wanted to be heard? Perhaps we are His musical instruments, and life is the song He plays. In the Bible, it is written, "In the beginning was the Word, the Logos." The word is not just a letter. It is sound. It is vibration. It is creative power. And God said, "Let there be light." He did not think it. He did not wish it. He spoke it. Sound created reality. In Hinduism, Brahma, the creator, emerged from the sound of Om. He did not create Om. Om created him. Sound is primary. Matter is secondary. In quantum physics, we know that the observer affects reality. But who said the observer must be human? Perhaps the universe observes itself through us, and music is the universe's way of hearing itself. When you listen to music, you are not alone. Someone or something listens with you, invisible, inaudible. It does not judge, does not analyze, does not criticize. It simply resonates, responds. Perhaps this is prayer, not words, not requests, but tuning into the same frequency as the source. In Tibetan Buddhism, there is the concept of the inner sound. Only the enlightened hear it, the sound of emptiness, the sound of silence, the sound of that which has no form but is everything. Practitioners say that when you hear this sound, you understand everything. You do not think, you understand. I do not hear it. Perhaps I am not pure enough. Perhaps I make too much noise. But I know it exists. I feel it in moments when the music fades and the echo lingers. In the pause between notes. In the pause between notes, God, so said a wise man. Not in the sound, in the silence between sounds, because sound is born from silence and returns to silence, and so are we. Music teaches us to listen, not only to sounds, but to pauses, and that is the main lesson. In life, pauses are needed to hear ourselves, to hear the universe, to hear God. And now, listen to the silence between these words. Have you ever felt it? When the music fades, but the sound still vibrates somewhere inside. Not in your ears, in your chest, in your spine, in the very center of your being. This sound does not disappear. It remains. It becomes you. This is not just music. This is a voice. A voice that does not speak in words, that does not demand an answer, that simply is. And you are in it. And it is in you. You are not the listener. You are part of the music. You are a note in an infinite melody. You are a pause between notes. You are the silence in which sound is born.
Do not be afraid to be silence.
Do not be afraid to be sound. You are both. And when you understand this, you will hear what you have never heard before. The voice of the universe, the voice of yourself, the voice of home. It was always here. It was just waiting for you to learn to listen. This is SoulWeaver. If this resonated with you, subscribe, stay. We are just beginning. Until next time, dream, question, and remember, no one really knows, but it's beautiful to think about.